Alrighty, hello everybody. How's it going? My name is Vulshock, and I'm gonna be doing a Super Mario Odyssey run for you guys, 90%. And let's jump into it since I am super excited and kind of terrified. So let's go. 3, 2, 1, and start. So Super Mario Odyssey is pretty much a platformer with lots of hat throwing, and the mechanics in it are really nice if you do some like if you're quick on the draw with it. It's pretty easy for everyone to start learning it. It's a simple speed run to learn, but a hard one to master, just because there is a lot of different types of things you can do with the hat, and when it comes down to two buttons, it gets a little bit crazy. But I'll try to do some cool stuff, make you laugh, make you cry, and let's begin. So a lot of the time you're going to see me doing this, and pretty much shaking the controller is the fastest way to move during your roll. And since this game is like literally 90% me rolling around at the speed of sound, we're going to be doing it a lot. But yeah, this is pretty much the tutorial, just telling you how to do... Oh! Okay, this might be a problem. Okay, I'm through the ground, so... Oh, and we're... Okay. So yeah, that's a problem that can happen in this game, at that part. If you're too far down on the ground, it will literally eat you up. And I'm kind of happy that that didn't happen. So... Off to a great start, I gotta say. So yeah, a lot of the mechanics in this game are to control things by throwing your hat on them and pretty much making them your mind slaves. But we don't really do that a lot in this run. There's like a few... We do this for the frog, the bullet bill, and a few other things that you'll see later in the game. But for now, we're just doing some simple stuff. We're going to fight some space moon rabbits for some reason. I think because they're planning a wedding for Bowser. I don't know, I haven't actually watched the cutscenes in this game. So this guy's pretty simple. Just throw your hat 3 times. Then he goes into his hat, you jump on it, and throw your hat again. Boink! And we're good. And for some reason, each of these rabbits has their own theme. So we got an Irish one, we got a Southern Belle. I don't know what the blue one's supposed to be. I think it's a pirate. And then there's the one that I just call Butter, because every time you hit him, he just says Butter. And that was pretty much the tutorial. So now we go to Cascade Kingdom, where there's a little bit of cool tech you can do here. The boss is going to be another rabbit, since everything in this game is rabbits, it seems. But we'll get to that in a second. First, hop, skip, jump into the dive. Then we roll around and grab a chain jump. Boink! And this is what we're actually aiming for, these moons. And there's some that are going to be, you're going to get cutscenes for because they're special, like, story moons that you get. And then the rest are just, hey, go get them. And we pretty much want to get a lot of the ones that aren't story moons because it is faster. And the graphics in this game are some of the most beautiful on the Switch, personally. Like, the water, they pretty much mastered. 2, 3, hat throw. And now we get to control a dinosaur for, like, the whole 5 seconds. Because instead of doing it the normal way, what we're going to do is the speedrun way. Which is literally breaking these guys down here and boink. Oh. Okay, I guess we're going to try again. And boink. There we go. And we get the cutscene. So that's one of the skips that there are in this game. It's one of the cooler ones. So yeah, the reason I'm grabbing the coins here is at a certain point we need to get 200 coins overall. And getting them earlier is probably the better option. And then the hearts there can give you more if you don't actually have any damage taken, so it's nice to have that as well. Generally, what I want to do is I want to get 80 to or 75 to 80 coins at the beginning. That way, it just makes it a lot simpler for the later levels. And then they explode for some reason into moons. I'm not quite sure. La 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 la. Yeah, get used to that sound. You're gonna hear it a lot in this run. Okay, we still have one more moon we need to get for Cascade Kingdom, then we can go on to one of the more, I would say, it's a bit weird. Since this game has so many moons, it's really hard to tell what's the fastest thing to do most of the time. And especially in the Desert Kingdom. Like, I've heard a lot of times when it comes to that level, it's really sporadic with what people do. Some people go and do certain routes, and then other people are like, no, that's not fast, this is fast. And then they do their own routes, and it pretty much goes like that for a lot of the Sand Kingdom. Oops. I did something silly on my stream. Don't worry about it. So we've restored the Odyssey, and that's our main transportation in this game. Well, that and hat throwing. And stealing people's souls, I guess. Alright, on to Desert Kingdom. So, like I was saying, there's a lot of different routes that you can do in this. Some of them are safer than others because it allows you to get coins a lot easier. But I'm going to try the riskier strats. A little riskier. But they're still pretty consistent. There is a strat that allows you to go into the Sphinx, which is one of these, like, one of the moons you can get, but it takes time because you have to answer a question, and then there's a cutscene that goes, and a screen transition, and we want to limit the amount of screen transitions we're getting in this game. So bounce, hat throw, and there's a moon. So now we're going to wait for a bird to go by, and then we're going to try to hit it with our hat. There we go. Ah, this one's a bit tricky to get sometimes. There we go. Then we go into this pipe down here, which you can barely see. And a lot of the moons that we're going to get, we have to ground pound, and there's like, when you're holding the controller, you can feel vibrations, and that'll indicate when you ground pound it. But we played this game so much that it's pretty much instinctual where they are. Though I do get it wrong a few times, admittedly. So once again, we're doing the shaking because it's fast. And first try every time. Yee. So there's actually some really cool tech in this part, and I'm not very good at explaining it, but pretty much we want to get onto this so we can ground pound, and then get on here without having to go onto, or control a power line, and then just drop down. And normally here, instead of doing what I'm about to do, you have to go around and hit the switch, but we don't care about that switch, we just go over here. And pick up this thing in a little alcove. Okay, so it's also here they're trying to tell you to go up the stairs and do stuff, but we don't listen to what we're told. So we go like this. Okay, you can actually do some really cool stuff here, but I messed it up. Pretty much you wouldn't have to go onto that side piece, you could just wall slide and jump up to here. And there's some bullet bill manipulation here that you can do that would make this a lot faster. But I've only gotten it once, and in a run that didn't matter. So, unfortunately, we're going to do it the slow way. So we grab the bullet bill, make it our mind slave. And we're going for this moon over here. Which is kind of, not tricky, but if you're just learning it, it's a bit difficult to figure out how to do it. And it, again, involves motion. A lot of this stuff involves motion controls. So now we're going for another one that's hidden in the ground, but this one is shining, so it's a lot easier. Also, sheet physics in this game are the best. There we go. I thought I wasn't gonna make it, but Cappy is being real nice to me today. That's cool. Yow! So yeah, I guess I should probably explain how the hat works. Pretty much, when you throw your hat and hold it out, you can bounce off of it, which is what you've been seeing me do. But you can only bounce off it once, and there are certain things that you can't get to bounce afterwards. So like long jumping or not long jumping, wall jumping. Dang it. And coming out of a captured enemy, you can't do a hat bounce. So that means that you have to make sure that you're prepared for that. And okay, we got this first try. This is the hardest moon in this level because it requires you to get out of the hat, do a wall jump, and then get onto that pedestal, which is kind of difficult because sometimes the slide won't work or just gets to be a bit of a pain. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, we control cacti too. We are like literally the masters of the universe in this game. Now, ground pound here. Like I said, some of them take a few times just because you have to, they're really finicky. And then last moon we're getting here is this note. So pretty much it's like every other Mario game that had these notes. You have to get all of them in time, otherwise you don't get the moon, or star in other games. Alright, now we're going to go back to the Odyssey, and we're done with this level. Oops, spilled some water. It's okay. Alright, now we get to choose a fork in the road. So we can either go to Lake Kingdom or to Wooded Kingdom. And usually we go to Lake Kingdom because it's a pretty fast level. It's got some neat little things, but nothing too outrageous in terms of speedrunning mechanics. There's like 2 skips that you can do that save you a bit of time. And literally after every level, we go into the Odyssey and talk to Cappy about a different skill or something. But we don't care about that. We already know everything. Because we're the best. We're the best. 1 pound. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of moons that are just you ground pound to get them. And this is one of the skips. Didn't mean to get that guy, but whatever. And I'm doing a little bit of safe strats here. You can actually get that zipper with one jump instead of going into throwing your hat and stuff. But it's a lot safer to do it this way. Also, if you throw your hat and use motion controls, you can extend how far the cap will go, and it'll kind of home in on enemies. So we do that a few times in this run, just because it is kind of faster. Hey Dory. Bye Dory. Spin down here. There used to be, before we knew we could spin on that, you'd have to literally like dig your nose into that or ground pound it. But learning that you can do that makes it so much faster. Okay, so here's the major skip of the run of this level. Pretty much you go up here, and I need to make sure I'm aligned correctly. There we go. Alright, now we got a brutal boss. And all you do here is jump on his head. And this is just the quick kill. As he goes into there, we jump on his head. And now the rest is backflips. Ooh, this might be bad. Oh, nope, got it on time. There we go. Perfect. Grab the moons, and we're done with this level. Like I said, it's a really fast level. And the reason that one was actually the one that I called Butter, because every time he gets out of his hat, I swear to God, he is saying butter in this like really weird way. But it's butter, I swear. Excuse me. Cool. Alright, now we're going to Wooded Kingdom, and we control a lot of stuff in Wooded Kingdom now that I think about it. Mainly these little onion men, for lack of a better word. Because they allow us to go to really great heights to get moons that we normally wouldn't get. Or at least we wouldn't get them super fast, so. Alright, let's go. So first one we do is we gotta kill this rabbit with a fedora, because fedoras are dumb. It may be a top hat, but top hats are dumb as well. Now this unsuspecting rock actually has a moon in it. Surprise. Okay, and the reason I said we needed a certain amount of coins at a certain point is because we do end up buying 2 moons in this run. We buy one here, and we buy one in the Snow Kingdom. So making sure that you have enough coins for those points is really important. There are ways to go and get more coins that don't lose you a lot of times, like going to a different kingdom first, but the route I use generally is safe enough to not need to have to do any kind of additional coin getting. Now hop, skip, jump, hat throw, dive. Then we go ground pound, throw our hat, and throw our hat again. And there's a nut. And in that nut is a moon. And literally all these moon names are like a nut at something, or busting a nut. I'm not even joking. I almost certain one of them is called busting a nut. Okay, these are the onion men I was telling you about. They're kind of cute, especially when they have mustaches. And there's another nut that we bust. Now we do a long jump, and usually you go around and go down there and do some random platforming, but we don't do that. We skip it, because we're speedrunners. And a third nut. Man, this place is just filled with them. Get it? Okay, I'll stop talking about it. Anyway, long jump over here, instead of going through that platforming area where you have to control the onion. 2, 3. Ground pound. And some of the stuff I'm doing is just for a little bit of style. Because why not? It's fun. Okay, there's a faster way of doing that, but I messed up. It's fine. Get that moon. Okay, we're almost halfway done with this level already. So there's a strat here that you can use the bar on the left there to get to the little platform, but that's a bit dangerous, especially for me, so I'm just going to use the normal way for now. Long jump, hat throw, dive. Now 1, 2, 3, hat throw, And we're good. Long jump. And pretty much, if you fall down here, there's two options that can happen. You can either die, or if you're in certain spots, you can end up in the deep woods. And the deep woods is something we really want to avoid. It's actually better just to die. Alright, we'll do a triple jump here. Oh. Okay, I guess we're doing the lame ground pound strats. Control an onion again, because why not? Ooh. And look at that, there's another nut. And that's a little trick you can do there. Pretty much what you do is you shake the controller to go up fast, and hitting any of the buttons afterwards causes it to instantly snap back. So we're gonna hit that, and we're gonna do a little bit of a long jump that's a bit crazy. Oh, never mind. Apparently we're dying. Oh well. So that's kind of tricky. Yeah. Losing any kind of coins, okay, that might be a little bit of a problem, but whatever. We should be fine. Okay. Long jump. There we go. Excellent. So this is one of those secrets that's just, it's not a fun one for me. Because there's no way to avoid taking a hit or two here. Especially since it's water and they pretty much made it so that it's impossible to not take a hit. Like, you have to be really good at this part to not have to. But pretty much the optimal way is, yeah, you never want to take a hit. Unfortunately, we're not that great, so we'll take a hit and just be done with it. I don't know why it now is telling me that I can use the hatch to go to different places, because I already did that, technically. And stairs are for chumps, so let's just throw our hat and jump up here. Alright, here's the pirate boss. Boink! And we're gonna grab these coins, just because we don't want to mess up, and we actually really do need some extra coins at this point, because of that death. Alright, last one. And he's dead. Goodbye, pirate. So like I said, we're gonna hear this a lot. Good job, Mario. Oh, right. Forgot that there was a cutscene there. Probably shouldn't forget that, but whatever. And each time we get a certain amount of moons, that goes up a bit. Alright, now we're going to Metro Kingdom. Wait, did I say Metro Kingdom? I'm sorry, I mean Cloud Kingdom. Because this is the first time we're actually going to be fighting Bowser. And Bowser here is a bit of a fop, actually. He's dressed up really nice, he's got a really cool hat. And his hair, like, take a look at his hair. It'll make you laugh a little. So he pretty much is stealing our thing by throwing his hat. So we'll take it back and use his hat against him. And this is really mean because apparently Mario now likes punching people in the dick, which isn't proper. 2, 3. Wahoo. And now, because we hit him once, he's going to throw more hats at us. But we still do the same thing. It's easy. And the reason that you're kind of holding back when you get the hat is because if you're too close to him when the hat is coming back to you, he'll pick it up. And if you pick it up too early, he'll start jumping around, and we don't want either of those things to happen. The hat. Now he's getting wise, so he spins his tail, but we still punch him in the dick, because we're jerks. Hey, Peach. Okay, Lost Kingdom is one of those levels that's just... It's difficult. It's not like it's super hard, but if you mess something up, it can cost you a lot of time. So we're going to do some stuff here. Hopefully it'll be good. So we want to line ourselves up here on the top. Throw our hat. Dive. And there we go. Easy. So if we go the way that it's supposed to tell us to go, instead what will happen is a bird will come down, steal your hat, and then you have to do this long cutscene and deal with getting your hat back, and we just don't want that. So instead we go this way. And just getting some moons. There's some pretty cool ones, but it's pretty standard stuff. There's been a new change to this route that I haven't really figured out why it's used, but so I'm going to be using a little bit of an outdated mode route for this level. Now we long jump over here, and we want to make sure that we get this guy up here. That way, when we go down there, he won't activate the cutscene. Ground pound there. Hey, look, it's a moon. Alright, and these guys are a little bit different. Instead of capturing them, they capture us. They capture our hearts and our minds. There we go. And now, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go jump off a cliff. Haha, just kidding, it's a moon. Ground pound here, and in this little jail cell, made out of rock, don't ask me how that happened, we get a moon. Okay, here's the last one, so I'm gonna actually be quiet for this one because it's a bit difficult. And now I need to survive. Okay, we're good. So you can die there, but it does cost you coins to die, about 10 each, and it's faster to survive that now. We found out that it's a bit quicker to, instead of die and lose the coins, figure out a way to get back onto the platform, or onto a platform, and then go back to the Odyssey. So we did that. It's nice. Excellent. And we've restored the Odyssey. Oh yeah, I should have mentioned, Bowser's a jerk and he destroyed our ship. Alright, Metro Kingdom is one of the two kingdoms I have the hardest times with, just because of that boss up there, and pretty much just the platforming in general. So, pretty much everything. But it has some really cool stuff you can do here. So I'll try to explain it while doing it. So we go down to the main street, which is pretty much riddled with these little bug things. We don't really want to deal with them, so we kick them. Like that. 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's going to work. Actually, this will work. Okay, so pretty much instead of what we just did, what they want you to do is go through this entire part of the level, pick up a tank and stuff. Ooh, this might be... Okay. So I messed up there, but it's fine. Instead, what we do is we go up to that little area and we say, screw that, we're going to go up here. And this is a bit slow because I missed the long jump. But whatever. Get back up here. And instead of going up the tower there, we're gonna just throw our hat. And we're up. Cool. We want to hit that. I don't know why it was so hard. And you saw that there was a moon over there. We're not going to get that just yet because we're going to get that a little bit later. Okay, 80 coins. We should be fine. 1, 2. So instead of doing the normal way, we're going to go up here, hook through our hat, and we're good. There's a faster way of doing this part, but I was too slow. So now we're going to ground pound, throw our hat, and get onto this little pole. And it's faster to jump up like this instead of just shimmying. Okay, this is kind of a hard... yeah, so that can happen. You just have to be a bit careful. Usually what you want to do for that is you want to hold left. And that'll be pretty much how you get it. And we get another moon. Yay! Now, there's a bit of a risky strat here, but I'm just going to do the safe way. Also get you a few more coins, which we need. Okay, now this boss is really annoying. Pretty much what you have to do is you have to take control of a tank and shoot the boss's body. And those light up things. And doing that will cause it to become vulnerable for a time, then you shoot it with more things. But it's very finicky when it goes. So, the second stage is where it really becomes a bit troublesome. There we go. So now we're going to go and see if we can get this to go fast. And by doing that, it'll cause it to... being mean. So it's just a quick way of getting faster, because you can pretty much get in really short lines. Ooh, take a hit there, that's not great. And then it'll do crazy stuff like that. Just disappear. Okay, so 2 health is kind of cutting it close for me. Just gonna go up here, make sure I have sight of it. Okay, we got the 2 cycle. So 2 cycles is actually kind of difficult to do, and I'm really happy that I got it. And we're good. Because if you're not fast enough, he'll go invulnerable, and then you have to do another cycle of the him going into the walls and then charging you, which is not fun. But since we got that, the rest of the level should be easy, except for the RC. And the RC, I'm just not good at controlling it. I'm gonna be honest here. It pretty much requires you to use it like your controller as an RC, which is kind of sucks. But we'll get to that in like just a minute. Before that, we're gonna do a little silly trick to get a moon and not have to go backwards. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over here, and there's a moon in there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw our hat outside, and then quickly go over here and shake really hard, and hopefully it'll work. It didn't work. Damn. So what you can do is you can throw your hat and have it extend a little bit, and what they'll do by doing that is go there without you having to go inside or go back out. So it's kind of nice to have. Okay. Yeah, this thing is literally the bane of some of my runs because it just takes me forever. Oh, come on, that should have worked. Yeah, I hear a lot of people complain about that as well, so it's not just me. Now we go and destroy... Who puts garbage on the roof of the building? I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense. Now, let's see if we can make this. A little off. Oh well. And now he becomes friends with a stranger who, for some reason or another, gives us a moon because of it. What a nice fellow. Alright. So a lot of these moons are pretty simple. So yeah, now we're going back to the top of the building. And you know that moon that I was talking about earlier where we didn't get it? Well, it's over here now. And before we do that, we're gonna go and get that garbage can over there. Because, hey, it has a moon in it. Why does every, like, garbage can stuff have a moon in it? It's just a bit weird to me. Oof. Okay, I've done that a few times. That's a bit silly of me. There we go. Yeah, you pretty much have to be very accurate with some of these things, and I have some depth perception a few bits, so it can be kind of tricky sometimes. Ground pound. Now we shimmy up. And Mario is very good at shimmying, especially when I shake. Long jump into the pool. But we never actually hit the pool because we get this. And then we're like, you know what? I don't want to go to the pool. Let me go over here to the cafe. Should be right here, I believe. First try. Nice. And Mario seems to be, like, incredibly durable because no matter how far he falls, as long as he throws his hat, he's fine. So now we're rolling around at the speed of sound in the city. Huh. It's almost as if we're trying to escape the city. Where have I heard that before? Boink. And I didn't know that Mario was a trapeze artist, but apparently he can do that too. Okay, now we need to go talk to the mayor, because she's trying to get a band together to do a very special anniversary thing. So I'm gonna go talk to this drummer, and pretty much this is the rest of it. You're gonna go and try to recruit a few people to do some musical stuff. But we never actually get to hear the music, unfortunately. And then the last known piece of that robot is over here, and we're gonna desecrate its corpse by ground pounding it to get its last moon. Hey you, join my band. Yay! Okay, now that we got our last moon, we're gonna go back to the Odyssey. Cool. There we go. Just trying to fix the camera a little bit, because I just realized how bright it is. Okay, so I believe we have enough coins for Snow Kingdom. We shouldn't be too... And if we aren't, we're like, what, 2 or 3 coins away? Which shouldn't be too hard to get. So yeah, once we get through here, we'll not have to worry about coins at all for the rest of the run. That's a nice load off my mind. Okay, yeah, we have 103. We're fine. And I wish there was a way for you to not have to do that silly animation for him falling a great distance. But whatever. Hello, sir. 1 moon, please. No, not that. I said moon. It's like we're speaking different language, I swear. I'm speaking English, he's speaking whatever. Okay. Now you have to go around and figure out where the rest of the moons are by going up there. But we're just going to use this to go up here. And we're good. And there's a treasure chest right here. Easy. Then we long jump because roads are silly. And we have a magical cap that can literally bounce us. So why not use it, right? Okay, so we need to get a few more moons here, and pretty much what it wants you to do is do these 4 trials to open up a path to do a race. But we don't really do the race, so we're just gonna go and get some moons. Now we long jump. Okay, so this guy kind of can be a blowhard, and if we don't get him in time, he'll just literally kill us. Yeah, we got the moon. And for this world, I am using a little bit of an outdated route. Instead, what you're usually supposed to do is skip one of these areas and instead go for Captain Toad. But I don't know how to do it, and I've been told that it's just mainly preference rather than actual time save. So I go this way, because it's simpler. Grab him. So we now make Goombas our mind slaves. And we need 4 of them to open up that thing over there. Jump, jump, jump! And then in real Mario fashion, what we're gonna do is kill them all. You don't actually have to kill them all, but that's fun to do. La da 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 da, la 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 la, la la la. Ground pound. Da, 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 da. So now we need to collect different, like 5 little pieces of a moon to get an actual moon. It's kind of like in Odyssey, in Galaxy, where you have to get like a bunch of different star bits to get the star, like the full star. So we're just doing that. Now we ground pound, throw a hat. Ah, okay, I did it dumb there. Ah, I am messing this up. Ugh. Okay, so I was gonna try to do something a little bit more stylish, but I guess I'll just go with what's... Ah. These guys are not working with me today. Okay, last one. And then we long jump. Dun dun dun! Yee. And that's the last moon here. Now we go back to the Odyssey. Alright, and now we're done with this cold place. Let's go somewhere a little bit warmer. How about let's go to the nice seaside kingdom, where we will control Cheep Cheep like they were puppets. So yeah, we're pretty much more than halfway done with this run at this point. So there's some cool tech you can do here, platforming you can do here, and I've already messed it up, so let's do a ground pound. There we go. Now what you're supposed to actually do here is get one of those like little jet stream dudes that you'll see in a second, and ride him all the way up here, but that's lame. I'd rather just ground pound and throw a hat at it, and the problem seems to solve itself. Here? Yeah, there. I haven't actually checked how many in total we do, or moons we get for ground pounding, but I think it's somewhere in like the 20s at least. Okay, so here's a little trick. There we go. And again, you're supposed to take an octopus and ride it up here. That's for silly people. Instead, you go like that. Okay, so this little orchid right here, or whatever it's called, will actually make us go really fast, and so we're going to do this note thing by running on water. And that's another moon. Easy. If I can actually get it. Now we control the octopus I was talking about before, but we're not actually going to do anything really special with it. We just want to get to over here really fast, and this guy's kind of our taxi driver. And now we get a Cheep Cheep. And then we'll be in the Cheep Cheep for the rest of the level. Yay! So, pretty much if you're pressing X and Y, or X and B, or A and X, or whatever. Where'd it go? Oh, over there, sorry. I looked away for a second and Cheep Cheep was running away with me. But yeah, if you press Y and B or X and A at the same time, he'll do this little spin, which is kind of fast. So we do it whenever we can. Yeah, the rest of these moons aren't really anything special. It's just going around and spinning. Or riding under Dory. Thanks, Dory. Okay. Yeah, we used to do a lot of different things for this one, but someone found that going into the Cheep Cheep and just like literally swimming around is the fastest way. Who knew, right? And that's the last moon. Easy. Throw our hat. And we're good. Oh, we actually saved time here. Nice. Okay, Luncheon Kingdom is one of the ones that has, like, the most tricky stuff. And I'm not super good at explaining it, admittedly. But it's just a lot of just really... You have to be really good at it, otherwise you fall into lava and then no one's happy. But this entire kingdom is literally made out of food stuff, so that's kind of neat. Okay, first one we're gonna get, we have to do this very tight triple jump on this little platform, and I've never been able to do it first try, so let's try. One. Nope. Damn. I got farther than I usually do on the first try, so that's kind of nice. There we go. And this world is pretty much my ideal world. It's literally piled with salt. Which, describes me perfectly. Anyway, long jump. Cool. Like, I'm almost certain these, the ground right here is made out of, like, some kind of cookie or something. Ooh, can't get there. That's unusual. Oh well, he's still dead. Boink. There we go. Cool. This guy's pretty easy. He's kind of a chump. Who knew? Pirates were chumps, right? Da da da, la da 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 da, la 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 la. Alright. So now we're gonna go down here to get one moon. We don't even do like what we're supposed to be doing here, we just get the secret one here. Because it's super fast. Literally you jump over here, throw your hat. And we're good. Because the other part of this this area is instead you're supposed to go and get the 5 pieces like we did in Snow Kingdom. But that's slow, and I don't like that. I don't know why you bonked there, but whatever. Yeah. Like I said before, there's just so much variance with which moons you can get in this game that everyone has a different route for that in their mind. So sometimes you'll see people do different moons because they think it's faster, because they prefer them. And that's one of the nice things about this game, is how many moons there are. Lets you change out, or like make a route yourself that you enjoy. Even if it's not like the fastest one, it can still be, if you're good at it, it can still be fast. Alright, now we do a hop, skip, jump, and Kobe beef. Kobe beef. Yow. Ground pound here, throw a hat. Hey look, there's a shiny thing on the pillar. Let's ground pound it. And now you see that little platform all the way down there, we're gonna get to it. We're not even gonna use any kind of mind control. Just gonna throw our hat. It'll be great. Okay. Now we take control of lava, which I'm not quite sure how we do that, but whatever. Okay, I've died here quite a bit just because it's really finicky sometimes. So, pretty much you're throwing your hat and then trying to get it so that it lands on these guys. Okay, tricky one. Okay, we're good. And I've seen some people do it a lot faster, but that's the safest way I can think of to do it. Other than doing it like it was intended. That'd be silly. We're speedrunners. We don't do stuff as intended. Take this for example. What you're supposed to do here, you're supposed to go up these 4 lava pillars, but that sounds boring. So what I'm gonna do is jump up here and get up like that. Easy. Oh, and then I fall into lava, because I'm a silly person. So ground pound here, throw our hat to go over here, and wall jump off of there to get the moon. Easy enough. Though there are some... I don't know. I say that it's easy, but I've been doing this for since the game came out, and I still have troubles, so take that with a grain of salt. Get it? Now we gotta throw pans at a cheese rock, which I'm not quite sure how it works to get this lever. Like, everything you hear is food stuff, but it's also somehow building material, so... it's kind of weird. Now we just gotta light this thing in the pillar in the middle and get that moon. So the last really tricky one is this one over here, because there's a, if you go behind this, there is actually a, come on, die. There's actually a moon, but to get it you have to do some really silly stuff, and it can take some time if you're not very good at it, which I am not. So ground pound, throw a hat. It's a really tight, like that. It's really tight platforming. And then getting back out from here is also a pain. Because we want to go and get onto here, so we can get this triple moon. Long jump, throw a hat. Okay, we didn't die. That's what matters. Sort of. And then what it wants us to do normally is to go over there, but literally you jump twice and it counts. I don't know. I'm very confused about that. La 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 dum. Alright, this guy still squawks and all that stuff. Excuse me. Okay, we only got three more worlds. We have the Ruined Kingdom, which is coming up. And this, I have to say, has to be the most out-of-place boss in this game. And you'll see why once we get to it. It looks like something that came from Dark Souls. And why it's in here, I will never know. Place looks kind of spooky, right? Well, it gets weirder. Ta-da! It's a giant frickin' dragon that shoots lightning. Like, what the heck? Fortunately, it's not very hard of a boss. Literally, you just have to take these things and ground pound. Easy enough. And then he starts doing a bit more tricky lightning and stuff like that, but it's overall not too bad. Look out! He's shooting buzzsaws made out of lightning! How does this work? Anyway, let's do some spinning while we're waiting for him to finish his little attacks. Ground pound, we're good. Now he gets a little bit more tricky with his lightning, but it's still nothing too hard. None of the bosses in this game, except for one, and we'll be getting to that in a second, are really too difficult. Boink! Like, this hyper-realistic dragon, for some reason or another, is in this game. I cannot explain it. Very weird. Alright, time to repair the Odyssey once again because Bowser is a jerk. Oh yeah, that's true. There's also humans in this world, but Mario is supposed to be human, so what the hell? I really can't explain it. Mario is a very interesting game, gotta say. Alright, Bowser's Kingdom. One of the hardest levels just because of its boss. Well, 3 bosses, but one of them in particular. And you'll know it when I get to it, because I will be yelling my head off at it, possibly. Okay, so now we're just going through this world. We gotta control some birds because these guys are a little special. Instead of going up and doing some silly stuff, what we do is we use their beaks as a form of transportation. So if you stick the beak in a wall and then you shake the controller, what you can do is you can get a really high jump. And we use that for a lot of the platforming in this world. Oh yeah, also that was a thwomp. For some reason it's very Japanese, I don't know. Alright, easy part's over. Now we go for a little bit more advanced stuff. So, in this next part we have to get another one of those 5-piece puzzles for a moon. And it wants us to go around and do some crazy silly stuff by going ground pounding, or not ground pounding, going over to another side and then having to pick it up from that side. But instead, we're just going to mind control a bird over here. Hopefully it doesn't hit us like a jerk. There we go. And we're going to waddle our way over here. And ta-da! Thanks, bird. You were very helpful for that 1 second. And then we're actually going to have to take control of it again because, guess what? There's another piece over here. And now, for no reason whatsoever, we're going to put our nose into this hole. And apparently that gets us the moon. If I was doing this in my own channel, I would say something a bit more dirty, but let's keep it a little bit appropriate, I guess. Apparently that bird was very suicidal. It just, like, blew itself up. Can't explain that. Alright, before we go to the next platform, we're gonna get a super secret moon that's literally right to the right of us. So we ground pound here, throw our hat, and hey, look, there it is. So hard to find. And this world has gotten a few revisions on how to do it in the past too. We used to go and buy a moon here, and then as well, there's a little statue that you use, and if you get all of them in a row, it'll give you another moon. But we don't do that anymore, because we don't need to. Okay, now we're going up with two of the three bosses in this level. This is one we didn't see before, and I was telling you that there's a bell. Well, she also is a bomb. Like, literally, she's apparently in love with blowing things up, so we'll blow her up. Boink! Yeah, this boss is pretty easy once you get understanding how the bombs work. Pretty much, you want to make sure that you're lining yourself up correctly with her and the bomb, because if you're throwing your hat in a different angle, it'll go and go in a different direction. It's kind of annoying at first, but it takes a bit of time to get used to. But it's not too hard. And now it's the return of the green guy. So we're going to do pretty much the same thing what we did with him the first time, but he's going to have more hats this time. That doesn't really matter because we still know where he's going. Ow. Sure. But now he gets a lot more hats, so what we do instead is we just bump him while he's doing that. Okay, for this one, I think he's over here? Nah. Okay, I lost track of him. Yep, sounds like he's over here. Yep. Boink! Okay, that wasn't too great, but whatever. And hey, we hit a moon by blowing up statues. It's not the worst thing we've done here. Okay, so now I'm gonna try to explain the Brutal Bot battle. And what that is at the end of this level, it's the final boss. And what it wants you to do specifically, or like mainly, not mainly, what's the word I'm looking for? The right way to do it is to use one of those little birds that we get, and we have to climb, or like hit bombs at it because it's in like armor plating or stuff, and then it will fall over, and then we can just go and destroy its the brutal bots, or the brutals in it. But instead, there's a speedrun strat. Wow, I'm messing this up. There's a speedrun strat which doesn't require you to use the birds at all. And I'm going to try to do it, but it can be very finicky. So, hopefully, once we get there, I can show it to you. And that's going to be a serious time, so I'm going to be very quiet. Ah, dang it. Okay. Let's make sure we hit this. Out of my way, Womp. Okay. Just made sure that I was actually getting on that. And that's the last time we will use this bird. Hopefully. Okay, here we go. So, I'm gonna stop talking for like a good 3 or 4 minutes now. So, enjoy. Damn it. shit. Okay, so I messed that up. You're supposed to do that one more time, and that'd be pretty much it, but that one's a little bit tricky. Okay. So we're gonna have to do this a little bit of a normaler way, which is pretty much wait for it to shoot a bird out. Okay. Alright. Wasn't perfect, unfortunately, but still decent, I think. Oh well. I couldn't show you, but pretty much what would happen is, instead of me falling down and messing that up, you would get another hat throw and get onto the top of that and just ground pound the last one, and it'd be done. But it is very risky to do that strat, because if you're not super good at it, and I'm still kind of not that great at it, you can fall off really easily. It is so hard to do, admittedly. But I'm glad I could show off most of the strat. I couldn't get it all, but I think I got most of it. Yay! Okay, last world, and then we're done. And that is... the Moon Kingdom. Because apparently rabbits are from the moon or something? I don't know. I never actually figured that one out. Alright, let's go to the Moon Kingdom. And the Moon Kingdom is kind of nice because it has some really cool gravity you can do here. There's very good silly physics. One of the things that saves us a lot of time, if you played the game, the real way, the designed way to do this level is to go into a crater and then go through this like giant-ass level with lots of lava and stuff to get to Bowser. But we're going to say no to that and instead do a little skip. Well, actually, a ground pound into a wall, jump, into a skip. But yeah, you can jump for days in this world. Like this. Whee! And just to make sure that we don't die. Yeah, you get a lot of height in this level. It's really fun if you just like playing around with it. And hey, look, there's some more of those flowers to make us go fast. Let's use it. Whee! We're good. Okay. So yeah, there was a hole to the left of us. That's where you're supposed to go. But if you go around here, hey, look, it's a Sphinx. Wonder what we can do with it. Other than answer questions from it. Oops. Okay, yeah, that was silly of me. Okay, this can take a few tries just because I'm not the best at it. And this should be good. Yep. And hey, there's the other side of that hole, so we're good. And that's Moon Skip. Well, that's a Moon Skip. There's actually quite a few Moon Skips in this level. But that pretty much takes care of pretty much the rest of the level, or most of the level. We still have to go and confront Bowser and tell him, hey, stop that. And somehow Pauline's already here, and a bunch of other people. I don't know how they got here before us. I guess they didn't get shot down by a giant electrical dragon. Okay, this boss is pretty much the same as last time. He has a few tricks up his sleeve, and throwing his hat early causes it to be very unlikely that you're going to get that first hit. It's possible, but you just have to be very good at it, and I wasn't prepared. So he's learned now. He's learned to block, so instead we have to do it this way. And every time he's going to add another swing to his tail. Also, yeah, now he has a lot of fire. Don't know where he's been saving that, but it's actually really simple to jump this. It's not a very difficult fire to deal with. Ooh, I was too close. I should not have pressed that button. Oh well. Ah, missed. Not a very good showing for me of this last boss, but it's okay. 1, 2. Now we punch him in the dick again. Ow. That was a really weird camera thing that just happened. Oh well. Shouldn't affect us too much. Okay, let's try to get this one fast rather than how it's intended. Okay, there we go. So yeah, as you saw the first 2 times in this fight, that was the intended way to do it, is to, once you get the hat, he'll jump and throw rocks at you. But, hopefully we didn't get it the last time, which is kind of nice. Alright, now everything is blowing up on the moon. I don't know why exactly that caused everything to blow up, but, guess what? Now we're controlling Bowser. And Bowser's pretty cool to control, because he can do these giant slashes, he can shoot fire, and he's got 6 HP. And things get really anime at the end. And you'll understand when you hear the music after this. This is only part 1. 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Also, for some reason, Bowser can triple jump, which is cool. And now we go into... Oh yeah, so there was a lot, actually, if you played the game. You know that there's actually a lot of 2D side scrolling in this. But we pretty much skipped all of it. Except for this part. Now we shoot fire. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now you get a sweet guitar riff, and let's go. Ah, he took a hit? That's silly. Okay. So I've done something a bit different than I normally do, so I'm kind of hesitant. Okay, there we go. We're fine. So that was the last possible place I can die. Now we're just hitting a rock really hard. Okay, and time's coming up as soon as they jump off into the air here. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're done. All right, an 118.45. Not bad. Bit slow, but not bad for a marathon run. And that's pretty much Super Mario Odyssey. Whew. Pretty happy. So that is Super Mario Odyssey. I hope you guys enjoyed. I am Vulshock, and I think that's all the time we have for me. I don't think there were any incentives for Super Mario Odyssey at the moment. So, anyway, take care.